darlings, my name is MiBo and welcome back to Lost Souls by Liam. This is a visual novel. I'm really excited to get this started. As you know, I got a new microphone, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it on this one because I really want to try it. If you hear some noise in the background, that's just the fan going from behind me, so don't worry about that too much. Yeah, I'm really excited, you know, it's really exciting. New toys. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and start this. Go ahead, load the game where we left off. Oh, excuse me. Goodness. Okay. I haven't played it in a while. She sighs dramatically.
That girl over there, she's a murderer. She killed at least 3 people, maybe more, if the stories are true.
Her? Kill someone? That petite, fragile-looking girl? My mouth hangs open as I take several more involuntary steps away from this. I'm thankful for the existence of bars more now than ever.
You know what the creepiest part is, though? She doesn't seem to show any regret for what she's done. Or anything at all. There's, like, no emotion whatsoever.
She shivers, hugging her arms against herself.
I get creeped out just even looking at those hollow eyes of hers. It's like she's not even human.
So much silence. An awkward silence hangs over us, the mood having taken a dark turn. May suddenly bursts out into a gleaming smile, almost enough to blind me.
Wow, this was a pretty gloomy way for us to start things off, huh? Come on, let's get out of here. I think a nice change in scenery is in order.
She leads the way to the door exiting the prison hall, waving for me to follow. I waste no time in complying with her, but not before casting one last glance towards the young girl. Is she really as dangerous as May made her out to be? Wait. Just wait a moment. As I follow May out into the winding, almost labyrinth-like corridors of the prison staff areas, something is slowly dawning on me. All the prisoners I've seen so far have been female. Every staff, right down to the grouchy janitor who was begrudgingly mopping blood stains out of the floor, has been female. No matter where I look, it's impossible to find another guy. I'm beginning to think that I've made some kind of grave error with where I chose to work. Trailing behind May, I want to ask her the obvious question on my mind, but fear would be a stupid one with an obvious answer. So for now, I'll keep it to myself. Hey, maybe I'm just imagining things, right? It's possible that this is a unisex prison and... No, even I can't fool myself with something like that. They don't exist. At least in most cases. So what is the alternative? That I've somehow ended up working in an all-female prison? I couldn't have possibly been that blind as to the place I would be working. Although I really did need a job. I think my haste in jumping into this suicidal job has left me in a potentially dangerous situation. It must not be against the rules for someone like me to work somewhere like here at least, as the staff seem to be paying me no mind. But it still feels really weird. Like I'm out of place. Really out of place. Heck, the prisoners probably view me as their biggest target just by virtue of me being a man. Before I know it, having lost myself in my thoughts, I followed May through the winding grey corridors and into what appears to be the staff break room.
And here we go! I think this is quickly gonna become your favorite place, Luke.
The break room. It's like you read my mind. I really could go for a break already. I sigh and take a seat at one of the tables, trying to come to grips with things. My head feels like it might crack open at any moment and all these confusing thoughts gush out.
Oh, hey now. You can't let this place get you down already. It's only your first day. Do you want a drink? It's my treat.
Oh, she's so sweet. Sure. She waltzes over to one of the vending machines, a spring in her step. How can she remain so cheerful working in such a depressing place? Maybe I just need to hope that some of her optimism rubs off on me in some way. Before long, she's back to where I'm sitting, taking a seat opposite me before placing 2 cans down.
Here you go. Get that down ya, and see if you feel any better after.
She nudges the can towards me, insistently. Well, I suppose it would be rude if I don't drink it after she went to the trouble of buying it for me. I crack open the can and take a sip, the cool drink already beginning to go down to do wonders to calm me down. Just a little.
So I guess after we've rested up here a bit longer, I can show you the rest of the place. Most of it's pretty boring, but we need to make sure you know this prison like the back of your hand.
Even if I manage to keep my hands intact, that is. Guzzling down her own drink, May kicks back in her chair, 2 of the supporting legs suspended dangerously above ground.
Delicious!
The drink gone in record time, she slams the can down on the table, letting out a satisfied sigh. I've barely breached the surface of my own drink. She's a monster!
Have you done any work like this before then? I mean, judging by how pale your face is, most likely not, but I figured I'd ask.
Is that obvious? You're right. This is my first time working in a position like this. Ever. Unless you could count the times I babysat for my friends. But that's probably not the same thing, huh? She grins at my response, suddenly slouching forward against the table, lazily supporting her head with her hands.
Actually, closer than you think. You have to make sure they're ready for bed, that they brush their teeth, and of course, you gotta have that age-old argument with them every single night when they want just 5 more minutes before lights out.
I wait for her to burst into laughter and to say how she was kidding. But she doesn't. She keeps the same cheery, optimistic grin up, sure, but I get the feeling she's being serious here for the most part. Great, so I really have enlisted myself into the world's most dangerous babysitting job. Perfect. I tackle the drink some more, silence quickly filling the room. Maybe I should try and get a question or 2 in before we continue the tour. Oh, which one do I pick? How long have you been working here? Is this place real female? Say nothing. I'm gonna go with the first one, because the second one would seem stupid. So, May, have you been working here long? I thought it was a genuinely interesting topic to pursue, but apparently she thinks otherwise. Arching an eyebrow at me, she puts on an amused look.
Wow. That has got to be the cheesiest pickup line I have ever heard, Luke. I think I might have misjudged you.
What? It was a genuine question!
Are you sure? You don't want to try any other hot new lines on me? See if you get better results?
No! Come on now. I feel my face heat up, no doubt red after her relentless teasing. Surviving the prisoners is one thing, but keeping my patience with this minx of a girl is going to be an entirely new challenge of its own.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. we'll chalk this up as a failed attempt to woo me and pretend you actually did ask a real
Fine,
question.
whatever, I'll take it. I was clicking too fast, I'm sorry.
I've been at the prison maybe just under a year. Time has went by pretty quick since I started working here. I mean, there's never a dull moment. Hey, seriously, I know you're probably shaking in your boots right now at how scary all this must seem, but soon you'll come to love all this crazy excitement. I promise.
I don't know. I don't think I'll ever be able to face this kind of stuff with the same smile you seem to have. Unless something deep down inside me snaps completely and I have a mental breakdown.
See? That's the spirit.
I sigh. Am I really going to end up exactly like her if I spend a year here? May jumps to her feet abruptly, her chair clattering underneath.
Oh, I almost forgot.
She pats down her pockets for a moment before fishing out a radio.
Ta-da! Your very own radio.
Working her way around the table, she presents it my way as if it were some sort of fabulous prize I'd just won. But it really isn't that exciting. Still sitting, I accept the prize with a small smile.
I shouldn't need to tell you how one of these things works, right? Just press down the button and yell really loud if you ever need help. It's a foolproof system.
Got it. I clip it onto my belt. While I hope I don't ever need to use this, it's nice to know it's at least there if things ever do go wrong.
Come on then, Luke. Up you get. It's time to continue May's grand tour.
Feeling slightly less nervous than I was before. Slightly. Only just. I heave myself up and follow after May, who practically skips out of the break room. The tour continues. Although I'm not really sure if it can be called a tour at this point. Walking through the corridors, she skipped over a great deal of the rooms that she had deemed not very exciting, leaving me somewhat more confused than I had been before I started this tour. I can only assume those not very exciting places were offices and other rooms where not a lot happened. Before long, we reached the yard, the sun almost blinding me the moment May pushes the heavy double doors open. Dull, well-worn dirt stretches before me, fenced off by imposing metal fencing that is laced with barbed wire. The music is awesome in this game. Just beyond the fence is a vast field that merges into the sky-blue horizon. I wonder how frustrating it must be for the prisoners here to see freedom just out of their grasp.
This is the yard, if you hadn't already guessed. The inmates come out here to exercise. Get that all-important fresh air and sunshine, you know? Usually just before the morning ends.
I follow May towards one of the corners of the yard. A range of outdoor exercise equipment is lined up against the fencing. It's clear from just one look at the equipment on display that it's heavily used. May puts on a confident grin before kneeling in front of one of the heavier-looking sets of weights. Wait, is she actually going to... You can't be serious! Clapping her hands together several times, she then takes a firm hold of the bar that held weights even the strongest men might have had trouble with.
Whew, okay. And 1, 2...
She takes several sharp breaths. Is she really going to be able to lift this? My mouth hangs open. If I had a seat right now, I would be on the edge of it.
3! Nope, too heavy.
And like that, she lets go of the bar with the most obvious of results. I almost feel like falling over with how anticlimactic that was. I thought I was about to witness something incredible. That's it?
Well, I don't know what you were expecting. I mean, have you seen the size of those weights?
Suddenly, a mischievous smile flashes across her face as if she just thought of something bad. Bad. For me, at least.
Hey, Luke, why don't you have a go? I bet a big, strong man like you could lift this no problem.
Oh, come on. I think my arms would snap off before that thing would even budge off the ground. It's ridiculous. Is there even anyone here who can lift it?
Oh yeah, there is.
You're lying.
Nuh-uh, there really is.
Her face turns serious. She isn't joking around? I'm scared to think of just who would be capable of this. At a female prison, no less. They must be huge.
You know...
May puts a hand to her chin, poring over the entire range of exercise equipment on display. It almost seems like she's going to hurt herself from how hard she's thinking. Something up?
I was just thinking that, is it really a good idea to be giving the inmates all this equipment?
Huh? Why? Isn't the ability to exercise like a basic right of theirs? Or something?
Well, yeah, sure. I get that they need to exercise, of course. But can't they just run around the field a little to do that?
She balls her hands up into fists and flails them about some, her energetic blue eyes alight. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to mean, if anything.
I mean, come on! Think about it, Luke!
I really don't...
We're giving these criminals all the stuff they need to buff themselves up. Don't you think that's dangerous? If they were really determined, like really determined, they might just hulk themselves up so much that they could just, BAM! Punch a hole right in the wall and escape.
That's stupid. I trail off, glancing back at the impossibly large weights. Then again, if someone could manage to lift that, punching a hole in the wall would probably be nothing.
See? See?
I think May's stupidity is already beginning to seep into my brain as I find myself almost agreeing with her words, my head bobbing ever so slightly. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and save it there for I'm gonna put in a new slot. We're gonna go ahead and save that for next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really like this. And let me know how the microphone is, alright? I'm really curious with my new pop filter and stuff. Really, really curious. I love this game. Alright, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, hit it, have a comment or suggestion, put it in the box below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And hopefully, more voices, and hope my voice is getting better. If not, oh well, stick with it. Thank you, Liam. You're awesome at this game. And of course, we haven't been introduced to any more characters, but soon, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to hit it, have a comment or suggestion, put it in the box below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Alright, bye-bye now.